Hey, it's Tony, and I want to welcome you to day number 27 of 30 of my Build Your MLM Biz online challenge. And I can't believe it's already day number 27. I only have 3 more days to go. And my last video will be this Saturday. So, kind of bittersweet, kind of excited that I don't really have to struggle to create content. Some days were easier than others, and definitely looking forward to kind of the next chapter now that I'm going to have a little bit more free time. But today I was just going to talk a little bit more about mindset. I know that yesterday's video I kind of talked about this book that I was reading, but I just got off a really badass webinar through MLSP, and it just kind of got my wheels turning. And we were actually on a webinar with, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I want to say his name is Jeff, and he's a really cool guy, MIT graduate. Really said some conflicting stuff, just some stuff that left me thinking about the pros and cons of network marketing. You know, the statistics, the 97% failure ratio, the 13% business builder ratio, how many people it really takes to build a business, and how to really attract them using online marketing. And just realistically, one of the things that he talked about was, oftentimes in our industry we hear, this is a 4 to 5 year build and then you can walk away. But he said some really interesting things about if it was really a 4 or 5 year build and then you walk away, why is it that 9 times out of 10 you run across people that have been in the industry for 15, 16 years that are still building? And these are people that do their business traditionally. And, a lot of times when you go to the events, you oftentimes hear people say, oh, I could just walk away right now and go to Fiji. But you don't hear people that were like, hey guys, I've been gone for a year. I just came back from Fiji. So everybody's kind of talking about what they could do if they walked away. But the reality is, oftentimes you really can't walk away. So he was talking about this really cool formula, and I'll actually post the video to the formula that he discusses below. But let me see if I can find it. It's something that we just launched today, and I wasn't even aware of it till I was on the webinar. But it stands for, the formula equals, hold on a second, great, just when you need your computer to be quick, it's slow, so I'm trying to get my internet to pull up quickly. Well, anyways, while it's doing that, so he was talking a lot about, just the different things that we hear about in our industry and some of the income disclosures, and how oftentimes in our industry we hear that it's a no-risk business model. And he was talking about some of the income disclosures that these companies by federal law have to provide. And some of the stuff that he mentioned in there was actually pretty frightening. He was talking a lot about, just the percentages of people. And in one of the disclosures, it talked about a 6-figure income earner who spent 9 years building a business before he hit 6 figures. I don't know about you, but I don't want to wait 9 years before I hit 6 figures in a network marketing company. Not to say that it'll take you that long, but again, you've got to leverage systems in order to be able to have that massive success at a much quicker level. And that's where the internet comes in. He mentioned things like Amazon, Netflix, and how if you're trying to use the internet to build a business, you really have to realize that your internet business, for me it's MLSP, that's what I use, but your internet business is completely separate from your network marketing business. And you can't really mix and match. You can't say, I'm going to go ahead and build my MLM business using the internet and still retain some of the old ways of doing business. And best example I could use was Netflix. He talks about Netflix kind of redefining how we watch movies and how successful they've been in terms of, being an online only business. Basically, you order your movies online, you stream them, they send them to you in the mail, you send it back. And in parallel, he describes Blockbuster, how Blockbuster tried to add an online portion, type of business to their brick and mortar stores, and how that failed. And he also talks about Amazon. Amazon.com is one of the largest retailers in the world, and it's completely online. It has no brick and mortar presence whatsoever. And it's kind of the same thing with your marketing. And one of the really big things that talked to me about this whole webinar was the lead generation. And I've always been taught to call my leads. I've always been taught to, if somebody puts in a phone number, give them a call. And here recently, I was starting to kind of feel like I was spending a lot of my time leaving messages. And my time is valuable. I've got a lot of things that I could be doing in terms of generating more revenue besides trying to get somebody on the phone. So I've already kind of been feeling this way, so I had made some edits to my MLSP campaigns, and I made some edits to my autoresponders, and I realized that I wanted to, in my first email after somebody opts in, send a welcome message and say, hey, thanks for joining my list. I'm going to be emailing you over the next couple of days. I didn't ask for your telephone number for a reason. I feel that it's not a good use of my time. Instead, if you're interested in having a phone conversation, I'm completely open to it. Here's my telephone number, and this is how you can get a hold of me. Just putting more of the responsibility, not so much on myself, but on my leads to reach out to me. And he actually discusses how he doesn't call any of his leads. He doesn't call any at all because he feels that it puts a limit on your business. And I felt that, back in July of last year when I really started having success on pay-per-click, it was instant. I went from like zero, not really zero, like 25 or 35 leads a month to all of a sudden several hundreds of leads. And I was overwhelmed. I literally had to put my ads on hold because I was trying to catch up. The majority of those leads, they were good phone numbers. I did leave messages, but it was just so time consuming. And I left a lot of messages, and even still now to this day, I'll go back to that month and I'll continue to call some of the leads that I never spoke with and leave messages. But he kind of talks a little bit about when you're able to generate 50, 60, 75, 100 leads a day, do the math. That's, even at 50, you're looking at 1,500 leads a month. At 100 leads a day, which is totally doable, you're looking at 3,000 leads a month. Do you really have the time to call 3,000 people a month? I don't know about you, but I don't, and it's not part of the lifestyle that I want. I don't want to be on the phone all day. I'm on the phone all day as it is at my job. I don't want to come home and then feel the pressure to have to get on the phone again. So it's definitely just something that kind of, for me, it kind of put the nail in the coffin. And I'm kind of glad that I made the decision to remove the telephone number field from my capture pages. So I'm just going to go that route and see how it goes. Quite honestly, I've realized that it's more about the volume, not so much anything else. So if I can just drive traffic and get leads, I should be fine. So I was able to pull up the website, and the formula says AL plus AS equals PI. And what that means is automated leads plus automated sales equals, the PI stands for primary income. And it's a residual type of income, where you're not having to worry about, somebody in your downline walking away and taking all your reps, or walking away from your business and your downline kind of caving in on itself. So I think it's really cool. I'm actually going to share it. It's the website. I'm going to put it underneath the link to this video. It's a free video that you can kind of see, and if you're interested in seeing what I saw, definitely take a look at it. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to talk tomorrow about the network marketing book that I have. I know that we're kind of jumping around a little bit today, so I'm sorry I wasn't able to stay consistent. I just really was excited about the material that I just saw, and I wanted to share it with you. But tomorrow we'll talk about a book that I have that I've been reading. So come back tomorrow, day number 28, and thanks for checking out today, which is day number 27. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.